Annyeonghaseyo.
I'm Damar Schlier.
I'm Ariel.
And we're
Soju for Two.
Okay, so next is going to be our weekly recap, and it's been a busy week for us, but we've got to watch some of the new dramas that we really are loving. So this first one we're going to talk about is Love Rain. Okay. Honestly, so epic. But this to me, like, okay, so we're on episode 4 with this one, up to 4, and I feel like you're watching a little bit of Autumn in My Heart, those kind of like dramas that've got, you know, pulling on the heartstrings a lot. Definitely. And I think that I didn't really know that it was going to go that way so early on, I guess.
And I also thought, like, watching the trailer from the beginning, I thought it was going to be more quirky. Like, they, you know, the sort of fun things that happen, like, oh, they're fighting over this girl. It is really, like, on a serious, intense track. And I think that now we've, like, fast-forwarded to the future.
Yeah, at the end of 4.
At the end of 4.
We just got into that.
And, like, we knew we were going to love that part the most because we get Jung Gun-suk with real hair that we like better.
Funky hair.
So, okay, so this one, I mean, she has tuberculosis?
Yeah, like, what?
Okay, like, this
That's
is
why
really
I thought of in my heart to me. Because, like, so it's, you know, like, with what's going on in 3 and 4 is that, you know, you're really getting the chance for them to have, to fate to really, you know, to let step in, and they get to have their chance to be together. But of course, cruel fate would then make her also have like a life-threatening illness. So I guess at this time, TV in South Korea isn't something they're treating, or she had to leave to get it treated. So, I mean, it's obviously extremely dramatic.
And we don't know how this is going to happen with the whole daughter thing, or how it's all going to play out.
With the other characters.
Or if they just happen to be the same people, but in different times.
Because I mean, we're watching Rooftop Prince, so that's kind of confusing us a little bit.
It's mentally confusing us where this is going.
But so crazy. And I thought, like, that there were some lines in this that were really beautiful. I mean, when he's talking about how, like, his youth is in watercolor because he doesn't have the chance to, like, become full color. I know it's like, I'm kind of, like, direct quoting with that, but I thought it was really, like, beautiful. Poetic. Yeah, how they were, like, setting stuff. The cinematography is amazing in this one. And we have a cheek kiss. Which is really cool because what happens is they, like, pan in on him and he's in focus and she's not. And then they, you know, while he's still kissing her, it, like, pans out and he's out of focus and she's in focus. So it's really cool how they're doing that.
I think it's really beautiful the way this is being shot. And also I would say that Jung Gun-suk is, like, his quality of acting is amazing.
We said that last time, and I think it's just, I feel the same exact way.
Yeah.
It's getting really good.
It's really great. And also, as a narrator, I should just mention this. If any of you watched One Tree Hill, I always loved Chad Michael Murray's narration. Like, that was my favorite part of that show. And this one, I love his narration. And I just think something about it just makes the show just so much more dramatic, and it really brings something great to the show. And
also, the side character of Inso, or is that her name, Inso? She plays, like, the side character who also likes
that's her real name,
Her real name, she's, like, getting really devious, so I like her. Like, she's kind of really stirring the pot. And so I'm really liking where this is going. Epic, like, feels like it's gonna really just, you know, we're gonna knock the wind out of us.
Something we're gonna love. So okay, second one, Rooftop Prince.
Okay.
So okay, we knew we were gonna love this from the beginning as well.
So now we're having the transformation. So like the fashion show, the boys in all black suits and cut hair. Not that I needed them to cut their hair that much, but they definitely all look really good now.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, and you know, what you have here is really the development of the main female lead character, because she started coming back into her memory of what had happened to her.
And also,
evil stepsister.
She's become, like, even though she was always, like, a little bit, like, tough and feisty, I like that she's a lot less naive now about the whole thing with her sister, because that was really bothering me. I'm like, how could you not know your sister is this kind of person?
And I'm happy this happened early, because I really wanted her to, like, realize the truth about this girl, because, and then, but the horrible thing is that, you know, Yu Chun's character, he's, like, in love with the other woman, and she's a villain, and you just, and then, of course, the other girl's starting to like him.
While we were watching this, she was like,
I had, like, loud reactions, because it was just so upsetting. Like, she thinks she's getting the bracelet for her, but it's for the other girl. What? Like, I don't know.
It breaks our heart.
Yeah, so I feel like right now, like, Rooftop Prince and Love Rain are, like, my two.
Oh, I don't know. I think mine might be King to Hearts.
Well, that's good, but I just feel like these two right now, I'm like, I can't wait to see
what happens next.
Because King to Hearts, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, so we'll do King to Hearts actually right now, just because. But this obviously a lot of drama, and I think like we expected. But I guess I'm just getting so mad with his character because he's so mean.
He's such a jerk. Like I mean, at the end of 6, clearly we have a kiss, which is epic. A pretty good kiss for so early on. And a comment about that is this, again, I mentioned, like, it reminded me of Gong because you have something like the early relationship and then everything else developing later.
But that didn't happen in Gong, so.
No, the kiss didn't happen in Gong. But I'm just saying, like, I think the story is going to be completely different than what we've been thinking it was going to be because, like, the previews for next week, the sisters' involvement, all that it definitely feels like it's going
happening a lot. Like stuff's happening really early.
Fast,
that's obviously going to be, you know, really complex drama later on.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like more they were going to fall in love and then it's going to be really hard for them to be together. But I still think it's going to be hard for them to be together, but I think it's going to be not like that way. I think it's going to be there's going to be a chance for them to be together. They're going to miss it, and then maybe, you know, later on they're going to have their chance again, but it's definitely different. But I guess I'm just mad because I'm not going to be mad all the way at the end, but his character is just so vicious.
Oh my god, he is such a jerk. And I guess she's totally caught on to his, like antics. Game. But, I mean, geez. He's just, like, he makes you want to hate him. But we'll still love him in the end. We know that.
We know.
So this one actually might be one of my favorites. I'm not sure why I like it so much, even though I hate him so much in this character. But I really enjoy the show.
So Fashion King. Yes. Okay, so this is my least favorite of the ones we're watching at the moment. I mean, still really good, but definitely probably my least favorite. I'm, like, less anticipating this one every week. And
even though we love the actors.
Yeah, we do. Well, okay, I think that what's interesting here, and if you watch this previews for the next week's episode, it looks like the relationships are sort of swapping.
From what we thought originally.
So I think that's going to be really good. And I guess it's just getting more complex. Like, it just seems sort of a little predictable. Like, you know, bad stuff keeps happening to her, and then they both kind of keep helping her, and then it's kind of keep pushing along. And I don't know if it's, like, as fresh as a new idea as I wanted.
Especially with shows like Rooftop Prince and Love Rain, which are so different than anything else we've really seen. And they're interesting about this, like, as opposed to, like, Skip Beat, where we had the love triangle we didn't want. Like, this one just seems like it's, I don't know.
Like, I like all the characters. I just don't know if I'm that, like, invested in them yet. So maybe it'll happen, but right now, like...
It reminds me of a little bit of Operation Proposal, where we were kind of in the beginning like, and then in the end we loved it. So we'll see.
We'll keep you updated on it, obviously. But I just think that, right now it's on my lowest tier, so maybe watch some of the other ones first if you only have, like, so many other options.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.